Hi there, this is Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films. I'm going to do something I don't really do that often, but this is a haul video. Granted, I don't know if you buy 5 titles whether that counts as a haul. It probably counts more like an oubliette rather than a haul. This is from the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday sale, but I just received it because I think I must have added a pre-order title to the ones I had ordered. So it's 5 titles, 2 of them are upgrades, so they're not backlog items. So I'll just go through them. Obviously quite a lot of people got this title, and obviously I went for the more stupid, more expensive one with an extra bit of cardboard. This is of course Michael Mann's somewhat flawed, should have been 3 hours long, The Keep, with an amazing cast, and this is just the slipcover standard edition. It's a 4K and Blu-ray. I haven't actually looked at it yet because I literally just got them today, but the Blu-ray does have some extras. It has Out of the Darkness for 7 minutes, an interview with the producer. Something is Murdering My Men for 24 minutes, an interview with the author of the book, F. Paul Wilson. What He Left Unfinished was 6 minutes, an interview with FX producer. An Evil Most Ancient for 24 minutes, an interview with Makeup's effect designer. Other Sounds for Other Worlds, 11 minutes, an interview with the co-composer. And there's also a 25-minute interview with actor Michael Carter. Unfortunately, there's not an interview with Michael Mann, or a commentary by Michael Mann, strange enough, because he disowns it, which is a shame, because as we know, he does some of the greatest commentaries in the business. And then we have a booklet with lots of images and writings. Jurgen Prochnow, Ian McKellen when he was young, even though he's playing somebody old. It is flawed, but it's also kind of enjoyable. So that's The Keep on 4K with a bonus Blu-ray. And then some silly ones before the big one for me, the one that I just had to get. But this is Abducted. This is a CIP, Canadian International Pictures, which I have a bunch of. Yes, it's got Grizzly Adams in it. And this is based on a true story, apparently, where a young female jogger gets kidnapped by somebody in the Canadian forest. And again, as always with CIP, there's a whole bunch of special features. It's a 2K scan, there's a commentary, there's an introduction by the director Boone Collins, there's a new interview with Collins for 24 minutes, Collins reflects on his body of work for 12 minutes, there's a new interview with the cinematographer for 13 minutes, True Crimes, the story that inspired Abducted, which was 18 minutes, excerpt from Abducted 2, The Reunion, from 1995, excerpts from Collins' student film Kettle of Fish from 1972 with optional commentary, trailers for Butcher, Baker, Nightmare Maker, Abducted and Abducted 2, The Reunion with optional commentary featuring Collins, and there's a booklet with an essay by the wonderful Alexander and Ellen Nicholas, and a new motion picture Purgatory comic strip as well. I do love the CIP titles. You always get a little surprise with Canadian International Pictures, so I decided to get Abducted. seen as a little bit cheaper. I also got a canny release because I love canny as well. This is spine number 21. I should say CIP's up to spine number 30 now. This is from the Philippines. I do have quite a lot. I've got a few Filipino films and they've all been really good so far. The Way of All Flesh, The Root of All Evil. This is Carnal, directed by Marilu Diaz-Abaya, a lady. From 1983, 123 minutes. Again, you get a booklet, and again, there's some excerpts. There's an interview with the screenwriter, interview with an actor, and the booklet. So looking forward to Carnal. There's some really good Filipino films that Canny have released. And then just for a bit of fun, she's got her knockers. But The Daylight Years with Doris Wishman. You know, I don't have a lot of female directors in my collection, but Doris Wishman is a trailblazer in exploitation cinema. So this is The Daylight Years. Again, this is the standard edition. This is the nudist films, basically, on 3 discs. So we get Nude on the Moon from 1961, Blaze Star Goes Nudist from 1962, Hideout in the Sun from 1960, Gentlemen Prefer Nature Girls from 1963, Diary of a Nudist from 1961, and The Prince and the Nature Girl from 1965. All region, 428 minutes in total. Now I had to get The Daylight Years because I have The Moonlight Years, which I got cheap because this I probably wouldn't recommend this one, to be honest. They're okay, but nothing special. We've got Bad Girls Go to Hell, Indecent Desires, Another Day, Another Man, My Brother's Wife, A Taste of Flesh, The Sex Perils of Paulette, Too Much, Too Often, The Hot Month of August, and Passion Fever. And then we have The Twilight Years, which is the one I probably would recommend. This has the 2 Chesty Morgan films, Deadly Weapons and Double Agent 73, The Immoral 3, The Amazing Transplant, you can probably guess what appendage got transplanted, Let Me Die a Woman, Keyholes Are for Peeping, and Love Toy. So I thought, well, I've got The Moonlight Years and The Twilight Years, so I might as well get The Daylight Years, and again, it was cheaper. But this was the title that I had to get. If you haven't been watching the channel in 2024, kind of 2 directors rocketed up my big board. One was Yasuo Masamura, and the other one was Hideo Gosha. I did a random review of Cash Calls Hell with Tatsu Nakadai. This is just a not very official DVD, but Film Movement released a Blu-ray of Cash Calls Hell, so I had to get it. It's beautifully embossed. This is another brilliant Gosha film starring Nakadai, but it's also got lots of familiar faces. Nakatani Ichiro, Hisashi Egana. You will recognise most of the actors in this. Nakadai gets out of prison, and he's agreed to get a slice of some hidden money to kill off 3 people when he gets out who also want the money, but he begins to question who's he actually killing off and why. It's just absolutely fantastic. I mean, Gosha, as I said, Gosha and Masamura really rocketed up the board. I think Film Movement also have Gosha's Samurai Wolf 1 and 2, which Eureka released as well. which I got. But when Cash Calls Hell, I saw this as a Blu-ray. I had to get the upgrade because it's absolutely brilliant, and I would highly recommend it. I mean, it's Nakadai, but Gosha 91 minutes absolutely rattles along like a Gosha train. Hopefully there's more Gosha on the way from somebody, because really underrated, and he does have some absolute crackers. So thanks very much for watching. As I said, I don't think it really counts as a haul when you buy 5 titles, but I thought I would show you anyway, mainly for try and pick up Cash Calls Hell on Blu-ray if you can, because it's absolutely fantastic. So thanks very much for watching. Please let me know if you have any of these titles. Have you watched the Daylight Years of Doris Wishman? And hopefully you'll join me again. Maybe not for more hauls, maybe not even more oubliettes. As the Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films, saying farewell.